Before cities existed, before language had structure, before history was ever recorded, a human opened their eyes to a world that did not care whether they lived or died. There was no alarm, no sense of schedule, no promise that the day ahead would be safe. There was only the present moment, the cold air against bare skin, the quiet crackle of dying embers, and the instinctive awareness that survival had already begun. Waking up alive was not normal. It was a victory earned through the night. The body moved before thought. Muscles tightened. Eyes scanned the surroundings. Ears listened closely for anything out of place. In this world, silence could be more dangerous than noise. A snapped branch, a distant rustle, or an unfamiliar shadow could mean a predator was near. The first task of the day was always the same: check the fire. Fire meant warmth. Fire meant protection. Fire meant time. If the fire was gone, everything became harder. Cold weakened the body. Darkness invited danger. Without fire, survival itself became uncertain. As the sky slowly lightened, hunger made itself known. Not the mild hunger we recognize today, but a deep physical emptiness that demanded action. Hunger was constant, and it shaped every decision. Food was never guaranteed. It could not be stored for long. It could not be bought or traded easily. It had to be found, hunted, gathered, and earned through effort and risk. The human did not move alone. Survival favored those who stayed together. Groups meant protection, shared labor, and shared knowledge. They moved across the land quietly, reading the environment the way modern humans read screens. Footprints in soft ground, broken grass, disturbed soil, and the behavior of birds all told stories. Some searched for edible plants, roots, nuts, and berries, carefully choosing what was safe and what could kill. One mistake could mean poisoning, sickness, or death. Others focused on hunting, gripping stone tools shaped by countless hours of trial and error. Spears were held tightly, not just as weapons, but as lifelines. Hunting was never heroic. It was tense, exhausting, and dangerous. Animals were faster, stronger, and often more aware. A failed hunt meant wasted energy. An injury could mean death days later. There were no doctors, no medicine, no second chances. Every movement mattered. Every sound mattered. When an animal was finally brought down, there was no celebration, only relief. Relief that the risk had paid off. Relief that the group would eat. Relief that survival could continue for another day. Food was carried back and shared. No one ate alone. No one was left out. Equality was not an idea or a belief. It was necessity. The group survived together or not at all. Children watched silently as adults worked. They learned how to hold tools, how to cut meat, how to read the land, and how to behave during danger. There were no schools, no written lessons, no explanations. Learning happened through observation, repetition, and memory. This was how knowledge passed from one generation to the next, shaping the human mind over thousands of years. As the sun climbed higher, the work did not stop. Survival was not only about today, but about being ready for tomorrow. Tools were repaired because a broken blade could cost a life. Stone was chipped carefully, shaping sharper edges. Animal hides were cleaned, stretched, and dried to provide warmth and protection against weather. Shelters were reinforced using branches, leaves, and earth, offering some defense against wind, rain, and cold. These were not permanent homes, but temporary solutions in a constantly changing world. The human mind did not think in years or decades, it thought in days. Preparation meant survival. Every action was practical. Every decision had purpose. There was no room for waste because waste weakened the group. Energy was precious, time was precious, life itself was fragile. As the sun began to lower, the environment shifted again. Evening brought beauty, but also fear. Darkness transformed the landscape. Familiar shapes became threatening shadows. Predators became active. The fire was rebuilt carefully, fed with dry wood, protected from wind. Flames pushed back the darkness, creating a small circle of safety in an otherwise hostile world. The group gathered close, drawn together by warmth, instinct, and trust. Communication happened without words. Sounds, gestures, facial expressions, and shared experiences carried meaning. Someone reenacted a hunt through movement. Another warned of danger through posture and sound. Memories were shared not through language, but through action. This was the earliest form of storytelling. This was the beginning of culture, born not from entertainment, but from survival. When night fully arrived, rest came cautiously. Sleep was never deep. Someone always remained alert, watching the fire, listening for danger beyond the light. The stars filled the sky, vast and unexplained. There were no myths yet, no science, no understanding of the universe, only the knowledge that the world was large, powerful, and indifferent. The body rested in short moments, always ready to wake. Muscles never fully relaxed, the mind never fully shut down. Survival demanded awareness even in sleep. And when the fire continued to burn and no danger arrived, the night slowly passed. With the coming of dawn, the cycle would begin again. Wake, check the fire, feel hunger, search the land, prepare for darkness, survive another day. Today, we live surrounded by comfort, technology, and safety. But deep inside us, this ancient day still exists. Our instincts, our fears, our need for connection, and our awareness of danger were shaped in that world. The modern human was not created in cities or civilizations. We were forged in a time when life was fragile, when survival was earned, and when every sunrise meant one more chance to exist.